Hi, my name is Samuel Ledoux, and you're watching my Young Entrepreneurs presentation for New Mexico Highlands University. What do you picture when someone says the word entrepreneur? Most likely a male in his middle ages, getting ready to take a risk and jump into the uncertain world of business ownership. Well, millennials are changing this definition. The selfie generation do not see risk in business ownership. They see liberty and job security. Big businesses were once seen as the way to ultimate job security. However, with new businesses displacing the old and the horrific economic collapse, this is no longer a safe bet. Millennials are the source of this changing economic landscape. Just as the turn of the 20th century saw drastic creation and collapse within the manufacturing industries, millennials are bringing about these same type of reforms to the service industries at the turn of the 21st century. Uber is an independent contracted driver app that connects ordinary people in cars with those who need a lift. With this app, the taxi may soon become extinct. The men who may kill the taxi were only 30 and 32 when they created Uber and financed the project from website ventures they made in their mid-20s, and they sold them for millions. 40% of young people between the ages of 8 and 24 have already started a business or would like to in the future. With technology making it ever more cheaper and easier to enter markets that used to have a high barrier of entry, it's getting much easier for David to kill Goliath. It's like Tom Goodwin, the vice president of strategy and innovation at Havas Media said, Uber, the world's largest taxi company, owns no vehicles. Facebook, the world's most popular media owner, creates no content. Alibaba, the world's most valuable retailer, has no inventory. And Airbnb, the world's largest accommodation provider, owns no real estate. Large corporations may not be able to stop this flood of change coming to traditional markets, thanks to young people with radical solutions for everyday problems. In 10 years, transportation, shaving, hospitality industries may be changed forever and have very different and all new younger faces to go with it. In 2015, young entrepreneurs are focusing on consumer product innovation. Most of these products tend to focus on improving existing products and industries. For example, Casper tackles the mattress industry, providing cheap, deliverable mattresses to your homes. These young entrepreneurs are drawn to innovation-starved markets where oligopolies reign, and change has just stagnated. Most of this change comes from a change in distribution or logistics. Examples like Uber, Harry's, and Casper show that simple changes in an industry's formula can drastically change how friendly the consumer perceives the business to be, and also changes the consumer confidence in their products. The use of big data has also allowed for smarter targeting. Many of the new companies know their consumers more than ever, which allows for a better experience than traditional services. For example, Pandora, using data based on past listening experiences and tastes, can more accurately pick a song you may like than a DJ at a radio station. Many older folks in the audience may not know Uber or Casper or Harry's, but to give you an idea of how powerful these dorm room projects can become, here are some examples. Microsoft, FedEx, Facebook, Dell, and Google. Now, although we hear about the many successes, we rarely ever hear about how many failures there are. Here are some reasons why these young people may fail. Inexperience. This comes naturally when being young. You just haven't been around a lot to know when things are or are not okay. For example, a small business here in Santa Fe that I saw an owner dipping into his cash register for inventory expenses in the middle of the day. Small mistakes like these can add up over time and really eat into your revenue. Not being taken seriously. When trying to obtain capital from like a venture capital firm or even a bank, inexperience and recklessness are assumed about young people. Unfortunately, the reality is many with money will discriminate on you just because of your age. Slim or no revenue plans. For many young people, this will be the first time they're ever really handling money. This can lead to a lack of understanding of how to generate revenue. The concept of operating costs is often put on the back burner, and they often don't realize that they're losing money until it's too late. Finally, not enough marketing or market research. I'm sorry, but a vegan restaurant probably won't do well in a working class Latino community. And just because you're the only game in town doesn't mean people know you. I've seen a lot of businesses fail for young entrepreneurs because they think that they appeal to such a niche market that people will find and seek them out. The fact is that you, in a world where the internet exists, you have to be out there more than ever pushing your product. And it doesn't hurt to do some research to find out that maybe your idea just won't fit the place where you're at. What makes young entrepreneurs unique? The first thing is technology. Young people are tech savvy and tend to be more familiar on how to streamline processes of everyday operation using technology. They're more comfortable with it. If you give them a new piece of software, they'll adapt to it. They've been using computers and the internet their whole lives, which brings to a fresh new perspective. Young people see problems and solutions that most people don't see. This is because they grew up with the internet. They have different expectations for how fast things should be and how instant things should be. These new perspectives have led to different ideas when it comes to distribution. For example, if you have Dollar Shave Club, you only pay a couple dollars a month and you get shaving products delivered to your home, as opposed to going to the drugstore and picking up one whenever you need one. This idea of a monthly subscriptionship to shaving materials was so damaging to Gillette that they actually had to come up with their own shave club. Energy and much more room for mistakes. Being young has provided a lot more time for these people to learn and make mistakes, especially if they start early. And the energy that comes from being young, combined with the real lack of responsibilities, allows for more time and more energy dedicated to their projects. This is why young entrepreneurs are really taking the scene by storm. They have technology, they know how to use it, and they have time. Well, thank you all for watching my presentation, and have a wonderful day.